Hello there. We are back again, FTCC, Flip the Coin Conversations. Today it's Business Wednesday. We are shooting Business Wednesday, our second episode of Business Wednesday. Our fourth conversation in total since we've started. It's been good. We are growing gradually. We'll get there. We're a new kid in the block. But we have a lot of value to share. Got a lot to talk about. We've got a lot of information to share with you and engage with you. Of course, it's Business Wednesday. Today we'll be talking about business. We are not business consultants. We are not business experts. But we are people that believe that business is a way of life. It's not something that you should be doing because you studied it, but it's something that you should be doing so that your life or your creativity can depend on it. It's a matter of creativity because we are all born with creativity. It's not a matter of whether or not you went to academic education or you went to university or not, but business, in my view, should be a way of life, especially for people who want to improve their financial standing in life or financial situation, right? So we'll be talking about business today. Of course, the business we are talking about, it's the township business, township and rural business. If you remember our first, if you watched yet, our first episode in business, we said we want to eliminate the township and rural business and replace it with black business. We do have institutions like Black Business Council. We have a lot of them, that are pronouncing black. They are supposed to be representing black people, but for me, they are not working. They have not changed anything. We are not seeing any improvement. Asiboni chincho. We've been only seeing conferences, summits, people sitting, selling tables, sitting with politicians, selling tables. That's all we've been seeing, but we don't really see change, you know, on the ground. We don't see the formal sector being transformed. We don't see small business becoming big business. We don't see businesses getting, registered with the stock exchange, Johannesburg Stock Exchange. We don't even see township businesses or black businesses, investing or reinvesting their money back into their communities or building any meaningful value chains or businesses that can really, impact the lives of the people, which is something that we feel at Flip the Coin that we really need to talk about. We really need to engage about it so that we can see or come up with ways to change it, because we really need to change things. Flip the Coin is about that. It's about us changing things or improving things. If we are just going to talk and talk and talk, that will be meaningless. We don't want that. We want to change. We are also going to be talking about our own interventions at Flip the Coin, because we are not just a talking organization. We are an organization of action. We've been doing things since 2019 that we'll be sharing with you, of course, in this segment. This segment is about us sharing our views on how things are and how things should be, or how things ought to be. Also linking, our way of believing or our way of thinking, linking that way of thinking or our way of our mindset, linking it with our actions or our activities inside the Flip the Coin umbrella. So what we are going to be talking about today, it's a subject that is very popular. Everybody talks about investments out there, but I don't think we really understand what it means to invest. because every time we talk about investments, we always think of money. Because as we, go around talking to people, engaging abantu, talking about solutions, sharing our own solutions and listening to people on what they think should be done, on what they think ought to be. We always find that people do know about the word investment. They know the word, but we feel they don't really understand what it means. People think investing it's something done by rich people. Only rich people invest because they have money. We believe differently. We beg to differ because that's not true at all. It's not true. Investment is something that should be done by everyone. In fact, it's something that we should view as compulsory. It's something that is not a choice. It's not supposed to be a choice. It's something that's supposed to be a responsibility. It's supposed to be a matter of responsibility for you to invest. As a person, you really need to invest something. What is it that you invest as a person if it's not only money? There's a book by Neville Goddard that is called Sound Investments. I think everybody should go and get the book. It's part of the books that we'll be sharing going forward. We'll be sharing a lot of books. I read a lot of Neville Goddard material because it's good. I don't just read for the sake of reading. I read for a purpose. And the purpose is to elevate my own way of thinking, elevate my frequency from low to high so that I can vibrate and be in harmony with better things. Because I've been, on the worst, circumstance ever. I know everything about poverty. I know everything about struggling. I know everything about almost all levels of living as a black person in South Africa or in Africa, if you want to. I've been there. I've been to the rural areas, shacks, squatter camps, township. All my life I've spent in the township, so there's nothing you can tell me that I don't know. But I've realized since I came across Neville Goddard that everything that we ever needed is inside of us. Everything. I'm telling you, there's nothing that you will find out outside of us. Everything is inside. We just needed awareness. All this time it was just a matter of consciousness. We needed to be aware of what we have inside of us. All of the things that we need, we were born with. So investing those things that you were born with is very crucial. But before you can invest anything, you need to be aware of it, which is why it's very important for us to start with consciousness. We have to be conscious about who we are, what are the things that we came to this earth with that we can utilize, to better or to improve our situations. So that book, Sound Investments, tells us about investing ourselves before we can invest money. What are those things in us that we can invest before we can invest money? In fact, these things will bring the money so that we can start investing the money. What are those things? The first thing he mentions is the mind. The mind, the function of the mind is thinking. You invest the thought. He calls it the coin of heaven. He calls it the coin of heaven. I came across the book after I named the organization Flip the Coin. I didn't know, I had not met Neville Goddard when I named the company Flip the Coin. But when I read this book, it related to what we realized, because Flip the Coin is born out of a realization that we have something in us that we can use. which is this mind. This mind thing is all we need. We just need to understand how powerful the mind is so that we can start using the power of the mind. That's all we wanted. We thought we wanted money, but we had forgotten that money came after the mind, came from the mind, because it's the mind that created the money. Everything that we have, including the schooling system, came from the mind. Everything that we have, the houses, the industries, the banks, the mines, all of these things, they came from the mind. So the mind was invested so that everything that we have could be created. Everything is created because the mind was invested. So that's the coin of heaven because of that reason. And Neville Goddard goes on to say, we are the continuation of the Creator, because the Creator created us and gave us the right to create, which is why we have the creativity. The creativity is just the growing awareness of everything that is already there. When we are being creative, we are not creating anything, we are becoming aware of what already exists. So if everything exists, everything has already been created, then what is the reason for us to not be counted amongst creators? Why are we only counted as consumers? Why are we only counted as small businesses? Why aren't we creating big things like other people? Because we have not understood the power that we have, the power that we ought to use, to create everything that other people are creating. So it's very important for us to understand that the coin of heaven is the mind, is the first thing to invest. What else do we invest after the coin of heaven? We invest the energy. We have the energy for a reason. The energy is supposed to be used deliberately or consciously towards the achievement of everything that we desire. We have to identify the desire. What is it that we desire as a people? If we desire wealth, let's create wealth. Let's use our energy to create wealth. Let's not use our energy for senseless things like fighting, like being angry, being bitter, going around complaining, just going up and down looking for absolutely nothing. We need to start being deliberate about what is it that we want to achieve and start investing the energy towards that. And time is the third thing. We need to invest our time. We are wasting our time all the time. Every time we sit and chat, we are chatting about absolutely nothing, no ideas, just, we are chatting about fun, we are chatting about other people, talking about, all the things that are not empowering. Even complaining about government is a waste of time because it doesn't give us the progress, does it? It doesn't. It takes away from us. It takes away our power, because when you complain about something, that thing becomes stronger than you. You are a strong being. You should be investing your energy and your time towards those things that you want to create. What do you want to create? Sit down and ask yourself that question. What is it do I want to create? What is it that we want to create as a group of friends? Instead of talking about events, where we were last week, where we are going to be next week, why don't we sit and start talking about ideas, business ideas? Ideas are all over the show. They are in the public domain. On our fingertips, we've got ideas. Just go to Google now and just ask business ideas. Just say 10 business ideas. There's ChatGPT these days, AI. Ask the robot, how to make 1,000 rands a week. Ask it and see what are those ideas that you can start growing. Maybe it will give you ideas. Then it's your responsibility to expand on those ideas, make them work. Take those ideas, as arrows towards your own conclusion, because at the end of the day it will be your energy that again is needed to be invested in pursuit of that achievement of those ideas. There's a mantra that I came across whilst reading some of the books that I use that says know, be, do. The first step is to know. Knowing is consciousness. Knowing is the light, because you need the light. It's like the Bible said. I think that's what the Bible means when it says, seek ye first the kingdom. The kingdom is the consciousness. That's according to Neville. The kingdom is the consciousness. As you elevate in consciousness, you become more aware of the things, and people. You only need those two things, people and things, to succeed. So we need the knowing, which is the consciousness, which is the first thing that we need. When we know, we will become. What do we become? We become that thing that you are looking for. Before you can have it, you need to become it. You don't have it, then you become it. We have it the other way around. We have it upside down. It's not supposed to be like that. As I read from these spiritual books, I'm getting that awareness that everything that was taught to us has been the other way around. We are taught that you need money in order for you to make money, which is the wrong way of looking at it. You know what money is first, then you become the millionaire by consciousness. Once you are this millionaire by consciousness, you'll start acting like this millionaire. And by doing that, you'll be attracting millionaires towards you. They will start talking to you because you'll start using the language of millionaires. You'll stop using the language of poor people. You'll use the language of millionaires and you will act like them because you think like them. Know, be, and then you will do the things that millionaires do, which is why they say know, be, do. When you do those things the millionaires do, you are a millionaire. It's a simple concept. It's not easy, but it's simple. Because you just need to understand, just stop making it a sophisticated process. It's not a sophisticated process, it's an easy process, but it needs perseverance, persistence. It needs all of those things, including faith. Because faith is needed in order for you to believe that those things that you want are yours. Even before you can touch them with your hand, before you can see them, you must believe that they are yours. That's faith. Faith helps you believe in your own imagination, which is what builds big business. Big businesses are first imagined. They are first imagined, because there's something inside of us, that talks to us. Some call it intuition. In your intuition, you know that you want more than what you are getting. You're in a job that you don't like because it's paying you less. It doesn't match, the goals or the ambitions that you have. You needed to be in business, but there is fear inside of you because you were told that you couldn't do it and you believed it. You need to remove fear and replace it with faith. That's the spirituality of doing business, because if you want to start a business, you must start a business that will start small but will eventually become big. We see small businesses out there, and these small businesses are staying small for too long until they die small. I think we need to change that, because that is a consequence of our mindset. It's only the mindset thing. It's a mindset that we need to change so that big businesses can also be started and grown by us. We need to start businesses that will scale. And scaling is a state of mind. People who will scale are those people who started to scale, who did not start for survival. So we are moving this mentality of survival, replace it with the mentality of growth. We need a growth mindset when we think about business, and we'll be dissecting this going forward. We'll also be sharing our concepts that will reflect exactly what we say. Our concepts, all of them, are growth concepts, including the property stock file. We believe in collectivism because you cannot do it alone. If you are a business in South Africa and you are black, you cannot do it alone. Your aim should be collaborating with others. That should be your goal. Your goal should be doing it as a collective so that big businesses can survive and those big businesses can be used to change the situation of a black person in South Africa and in Africa. So people, it starts with us. Flip the coin is saying to you, it starts with you. You will not change anything before you change yourself. Change the way you think. Understand that your mind is the coin of heaven. Start today. Understand that your energy cannot be wasted on petty fights and arguings and bitterness, anger. Your energy can only be used for productivity. Your energy needs to be used for building. It needs to be used constructively. We need to start building businesses because we are the children of the same God. We are the children of the Most High. We need to start believing that. Flip the coin, it starts with you. We'll drop it for today until we meet again. We'll be doing it every Wednesday, talking about business. We want to engage you. Please go to our Facebook page. Just type Flip the Coin Invest. You will see us. What is it?
FTCSA.
FTCSA.co.za, www.ftcsa.co.za. That's our website. We are on Facebook. We are also we're on
Instagram,
yes, TikTok as well. So we'll be coming to you with more videos on TikTok, because we are also philosophizing, but that's not our base. That's not our core business. We like philosophy because we believe that everybody you see who is successful out there is successful because of their philosophy. Their philosophy comes from their belief system. What we are trying to change here is a belief system about us and about these things that we are looking for. Everything that we desire is ours. We cannot desire anything because a desire is a seed that is planted in our imagination so that we can pursue it. You desire it because it's yours. There is proof inside of the desire that it belongs to you. So we need to believe differently as a people. We need to improve our self-image. We need to believe that we also deserve to be where other people are. We deserve to own this economy. Not just South African economy, people. That's a limiting belief. We need to believe that the global economy is ours. We are global citizens. We need to believe that. We need to also instill that in our children because we are just here to lay a foundation. Let's lay a strong foundation so that our children don't start from zero like us. Our children cannot inherit squatter camps. They need to inherit houses, buildings. I'm talking real buildings, student accommodations, Airbnbs, all of those farms. We need everything, but we need to start investing the coin of heaven, the mind. Let's come together, let's engage. We can do this. It starts with you and me. We'll see you on our next episode, Flip the Coin Conversations. Please subscribe and press that button, notification button, and become a member of this family. We are a growing family. We want to grow with you. Peace for now. We'll see you on our next episode. Salute.